bringing you the truth, or something like the truth. This is the Bottom Line Podcast from 100.7 The Score.
I'm Mike Hebert, owner of Cantex Roofing and Construction. Every day is game day, and we'll get it right when it comes to your roofing, construction, windows, and mirrors. Call Cantex Roofing and Construction today. Together, we are one serving you.
Hey, what's good? Happy Tuesday, good afternoon, and welcome. This is the Bottom Line on 100.7 The Score. 100.7 The Score mobile app, presented by Happy State Bank, and yours on television, Fox 34 News Now. Alongside Trent Hilliard, I'm Chois Woodman. We've got Lucas White across the way taking care of us. You can join the conversation as well. Thoughts, comments, questions, anything and everything, welcome there on the Yates Flooring Center chat line through that 100.7 The Score mobile app, which you can carry anywhere with you. Even listen in if you're out in Sheepshead, California. What's up, Trent? How are you today?
I'm doing great. And you?
Doing just fine.
Good.
I'm in that strange place where I'm enjoying some, downtime in the summer, but also itching to get to football season.
Yeah, we're
the in-between time.
We are not far away from colleges and Texas Tech in particular.
Right.
Starting their practices. We got NFL preseason camps going, and so yeah, it's getting here quickly.
We're a week away from our Texas Tech Media Day next week, so we'll visit with players and bring you some live action from out there. And then the day after that is the start of fall camp.
Yeah.
So we're in it. These little checkpoints, it feels like we get to. All these little checkpoints as the season gets closer. Will Hammond didn't waste any time claiming he is QB1. He is starting week 1. He's ready to go. If you had any doubt, or if you're like Jeff McGuire and still have doubt, but if you have any doubt, maybe Will Hammond put that to bed. As he was on the Big 12 radio show this morning and said he's fully cleared. He's ready. He's been cleared and he's ready to go. So, I mean, that's kind of been implied for the last few weeks, but straight out of the horse's mouth. So, Will Hammond is.
That's exciting.
I'm ready for it. Now, we'll see. The ACL thing, as we talked about, there's a trust issue there,
right? Where
you gotta be able to trust the planting and those sorts of things. We'll see if he's still the mobile quarterback we've gotten used to over the last couple of years in week 1, or if that takes some time to build up to. But that's something that'll obviously be a storyline early in the season. Elsewhere, there's teams that are getting very lucrative patch deals. Still waiting on Texas Tech's. We've got all sorts of rankings and this and that. We got a list of the biggest game of the week each week in the Big 12. We'll tell you where Texas Tech has landed on some of those. If you look at Vegas numbers, none of them are going to be any good because Tech is heavy favorite in everything. So
yeah.
They don't play this game on paper. But, yeah, so plenty to get into over the next few hours. FPI has been released the last couple of days that's ESPN's metric of Football Power Index. It loves Texas Tech and hates the rest of the Big 12. So
which makes it hard to increase, especially when you have the non-conference
very much
schedule
so.
that you have. But I've never understood, and that's the thing that kind of baffles me, how you can do preseason power rankings, how you can have preseason strength of schedule.
That's the one.
You don't know that yet.
We don't know how strong it is.
Yeah. You have to wait and see, and that evolves as the season goes on. And of course, that's again how the SEC maintains their status is they're ranked early, and then all their wins, all their losses are against ranked teams, so it doesn't hurt them. But we don't know how good they are. So
right.
I don't. It just and Big 12 benefits the same way the SEC football does. We benefit
With
that way in basketball.
Absolutely.
And Tech has seen that, where you can lose some games and be okay because you're going to play quality teams and do that. So, but yeah, it just needs to be thrown away. Nothing needs to be out there until week 3, week 4, when you start getting a little bit of a feel for things. So.
Yeah, I mean, that's the stuff that the committee needs to toss out. That you don't use stuff like strength of schedule, which does go off of preseason rankings.
Right.
That should never be used in a committee room. Never. No. But it is. There's other metrics, but that's something this. Strength of record is a lot different because that goes off of, how teams actually win and lose on the field. But, yeah, it's crazy. Everybody's got a list. Everybody's got a perception. And, again, it's the only the only group of sports, college sports, anywhere ever, that has decided we will determine things off of a committee instead of results on the field, court, whatever playing surface. But
a committee made up of member institutions that
right.
benefit from.
Right. Yeah. These are not. You know who I would be okay? Well, I don't know. I think it would be a lot better if you had a bunch of line setters from Vegas, people that are.
Yeah.
I mean, if you had a third party that's neutral and that's like, hey, we view these teams this way without any bias, that would be a lot better to have a room full of those people. Now, it might probably get a little dicey on,
right.
all this gambling stuff and the narratives that come with it.
Yeah, that line just gets grayer and grayer.
I mean, but every third commercial already. What's
exactly.
it matter at this point? Just go ahead for it. But anyway, so one of the big pieces we'll get into, big pieces of news, Ohio State lands a massive deal for their jersey patch, worth, depending where you're seeing reports, $15 to $17 million for one patch. Well, across all their sports. Whew. And the Big 12 sold it for $20 across 16 teams across all their sports, or 3 sports.
And not just patches. Evidently,
on the field, too.
On the field and the courts.
Anybody that's trying to tell you that was a good deal, I've seen a couple articles written. I couldn't get halfway through them. It's not. It was not a good deal. And maybe it's an arrogant stance from a Texas Tech perspective to turn my nose up at $1 million. Maybe there's an arrogant perspective there. $800,000 to $1.2 million, depending where you're seeing it.
Right.
But it's not a good deal. I mean, you sold it away for way, way too cheap. Monster, whoever's on their end of the deal, they got the deal of a lifetime.
Yeah.
Phenomenal.
They did. They did.
Ohio State, $17 million. The whole Big 12, $20 million. What will Texas Tech be worth when we learn of it?
Getting to the point, but taking the scenic route to get there. This is the Bottom Line Podcast from 100.7 The Score.
It's a Tuesday afternoon with the Bottom Line. 100.7 The Score and the 100.7 The Score mobile app. Chois, Trent, Evelina with you this afternoon. You'll keep your thoughts, comments, questions coming in on the Yates Flooring Center chat line. We'll read a few of those as we roll along this morning. I'm kind of watching back through this Will Hammond interview that he did with Big 12 today, earlier. It was kind of funny. He said, can't wait to get back to the Jones. and Ari Wasserman's the one that corrected him. It's the Galaxy now. He's like, oh, yeah. Takes some getting used to. It'll always be known as the Jones for a lot of people, but that's fine.
It will be.
Like, that's the deal. Is that sort of... Man, I feel I don't want to get into the arrogant Texas fan mindset. But it does feel like you're outpacing where your league is at right now, financially and and that sort of thing. I don't want to get into that mindset. But when we're talking about this Monster Energy deal, it is just simply too small of a deal for what you sold.
Right.
It is. There's no doubt in my mind that it is too small of a deal for what it was sold for. That's a $100 million deal that you sold for 20.
Yeah.
That's what the value of that should be. You just sold your stadium rights for the largest stadium naming rights in collegiate history. There's fans that'll be upset about it, but it is the largest stadium naming rights in collegiate history.
Right.
So, I mean, that's a $75 million deal there. So it's just, I don't want to get in that mindset. I don't want to become the arrogant, pompous fan like they've got down on the 40 acres. But you got to find some in between there with this conference and where it's at right now. I don't know the rules and how the sign-off works, because obviously Tech's got to give some sort of approval on the Monster Energy deal. Maybe it's a preliminary one where you're trusting. And we're like, yeah, we'll trust what you do here. And then you see it and you're like, crud. That was not – I mean, Tech's going to get way more on their own patch, whatever it is. I mean, you're getting $1 million from your conference for that, and you're having to stamp it on your field. But my anticipation is that whenever – I mean, Ohio State just showed their market value. $15, $17 million. What do you think Tech's is?
Yeah,
and this is overall sports.
Right. And I think that was the thing. Ohio State's, 36 sports or something like that?
Something in there, yeah. It's north of 30.
That they've got and that they're putting it on and deal. I would think Tech, a per year patch, if you win all sports like that, would come in the 5 to 7 million.
That's about what I was thinking. I think Kansas was close to 5, and their basketball value is really high. So it's 5, I think, across their sports. I'm thinking you're 5 at least.
Yeah.
5 annually.
Because obviously the big thing's football that brings the most eyes.
Yes.
And when you're looking at Tech right now, you're going to be a team that's projected to be in the playoffs. You're a team that's
it's extra value
looking like you're going to have all of your games on TV, not your ESPN Plus or anything, that you're going to be able to have all, maybe one that's not. But there's going to be a lot of eyes on you and opportunities to see you, and you're not just strong in football. You're strong in men's basketball. That's been very prevalent as well. You've got your hopefully women's basketball that'll pick up, but those are not what corporations are. They want your football and your men's basketball, and if those are strong, then they're going to get the eyeballs and they're going to get some benefit from it. What you hope when you do this. A lot of people are like, oh yeah, Double Eagle or this that. Those places are already giving money. Right. Let's go find somebody who's not who's a national, more of a national brand that wants to put that on there. And that's the one thing with the Monster thing that you can say, hey, this has been it's going to be a positive. Is we wouldn't have a deal with Monster, so that's just bonus money.
It is.
It comes with having to put a lot of on your patch, and who knows what that's going to look like? Who knows what it's going to look like on the courts? Is it prevalent or is it over in the corner out of bounds on the courts and stuff? That makes a difference, because you want to have your prime real estate for things that you're personally negotiating and going to be able to put out there. So, that patch, and hopefully we can find somebody who's a little more national or international that hasn't invested but wants to get into that market, and Tech is an up and comer in that.
Y'all share your thoughts on the Yates Flooring Center chat line. Bobby Hot Dog says it is too small of a deal, and it's a tacky logo that will be plastered everywhere. Corn Nuts must have lowballed your mark. Corn Nuts. It's pretty good. Someone says Notre Dame just signed a sponsorship deal with SoFi. Okay, I hadn't seen that. We're going to see more and more of these because we're a month out from the football season.
Yeah, Notre Dame's the big one you're kind of waiting on to see, because that's the one that that probably will surpass Ohio State's, and maybe the only one that will do that.
And maybe it was, okay, let's see what Ohio State's getting.
Yeah.
Give us $1 million more. Something along those. Let's see. Notre Dame and SoFi land multi-year partnership. Golly. Every website you go to now, you have to click the cookies thing. I'm trying to see any sort of... So Notre Dame announced this, so we're probably waiting on someone else to tell us the monies on this. But anyway, so SoFi is their jersey patch, which I actually like the look of because it doesn't clash with any of the uniforms. Ohio State went with one that isn't matching, right? I haven't seen anything that's going to J.P. Morgan Chase isn't going to change their logo color or anything for them. It looks like it's going to be a big blue blotch on their jersey. So
that'll be interesting.
I mean, for $17 million, it's like, okay, we'll change our color of our little uniform patch here for you. But so Notre Dame's a big one. Obviously, we'll learn some details on that. Texter here says 18 to 20 million. So it does look like they're like,
Ross
hey,
Dellinger is saying 18 to 20 million for six years. So
that's
congratulations, you had that title for a day.
So they're like, yeah, let's wait. We'll see what the big market is. Ohio State, that's probably the biggest name. Okay, you guys got to give us a little bit more. 18 to 20.
Do you see anybody else coming close to that? Obviously, we've got one south of us that.
Now it makes me think Tech's value, and maybe this is my delusional Tech fan here. Maybe I am getting too arrogant, too big for my britches. It does make me think Tech's value might be a little bit more than 5, maybe it's closer to the 7 number. Right. 5 was the initial thought for me. Maybe you're between 7 and 10. Maybe that's where you're at. Because, again, if a company's investing in Tech over a 5-year span, most often you're expecting to get 14 football games out of that. A conference championship.
Right, that's true.
If not more. You're expecting, with where this program is and where it projects to be, you're probably getting a lot more bang for your buck with Texas Tech, obviously, than anybody else in the Big 12. But, yeah, I think that's going to be interesting to keep an eye on what the numbers are for Tech. But you're going to get a lot more of these announcements, I would think, over the next week or so, because you probably want to announce most of these before fall camp starts up, where it focuses more on teams. But, I mean, you can get them all the way up to the season starting. Surely everybody's going to take advantage of this, I would think. You've got 138 FBS teams. Well, you may feel a certain way about, NASCARing up the uniforms. That's free revenue. If you're not taking advantage, you're falling behind.
Yeah, and if everybody's doing it, you're right
if Notre Dame and Ohio State are doing it, then everybody's going to do it.
Yeah.
So we'll see. We may get an announcement from Tech this week. Could be today. Could be 2 weeks from now.
Maybe we were just waiting to see what Notre Dame and Ohio State so we could one-up them.
So we can one-up them?
There we go.
There we go. I like that way of thinking. All right, we'll talk more than patches and sponsorships today. We'll get into actual football. That's coming up. It's the bottom line on 100.7 Score.
Bringing you the truth, or something like the truth. This is the Bottom Line Podcast from 100.7 The Score.
Happy to be part of your Tuesday. You're hanging out with the Bottom Line on 100.7 Score and the 100.7 Score app. Chois, Woodman, Trent, Hilliard here in the First United Bank studio. You'll continue to bring in any thoughts or comments you have on the Yates Flooring Center chat line. We'll get you a few of ours here in just a moment, including an interesting Rangers question from Thomas. Right now, though, we've got a question.
Time now for Jamie's question of the day on 100.7 The Score. Brought to you by someone not named Jamie and presented by Connecticut of West Texas. Life's hard, your water shouldn't be.
So Heartland College Sports, we just went through like the best game in the Big 12 each week. Heartland College Sports went through for all 16 teams and ranked the biggest trap game for every team. I'll go through some of theirs in a little bit, but my question to you guys as you look at the Texas Tech football schedule, what, in your opinion, would qualify as the biggest trap game for Texas Tech in 2026?
I'm going to go with an early game.
Okay.
Because all the hype and the focus seems to be the opening conference game against Houston. I'm going to say it's that road game at Oregon State that's going to be your biggest trap game, just because it's not a Big 12 game. You're going on the road. You've got a short week ahead of you with that Friday game against Houston. And I think the opportunity to look ahead and last year we kind of changed the narrative on our road games with Joey McGuire. Before we'd struggled. Last year we corrected that and did really well. So hopefully that's the case. But I'm gonna say Oregon State in week 2.
Lucas, it's an interesting one. I think I'm with you on some of it.
Oregon State would be my answer as well, but just to be a little different, I'm still intrigued about that Cincinnati game.
Okay.
100%. It's just end of October. Just a lot of, obviously, the drama and situation surrounding Cincinnati. So
sure.
I think that could be a very interesting game for both teams. So I think obviously Oregon State, but I think Cincinnati could also be a game to keep an eye on.
Some people are bad at defining what a trap game is. Like I've heard people say, "Oh, this is a trap game" or "That's trap." You're going up against, I think someone said BYU is a trap game last year. I'm like, that's not what a trap game is.
Right.
A trap game to me is when you face an inferior opponent on either the other side of a big game or prior to a big game. Or it could be both.
Right.
But that's a trap game to me. It's got to be surrounded by, at least on one side, by a big game, and it's got to be a game you're expected to win to be a trap game, in my opinion.
Yes.
So for me, I think your biggest trap game is in Waco on November 21st. For a number of reasons. You're coming off of a game against Oklahoma State, which could be a rival, if you call them that or not. OSU might be a good team. We'll see. But more so, what's on the other side of the game in Waco is a short week, Thanksgiving week at home against TCU, where you only have 5 days of rest after that. So you can already start looking ahead naturally. You're already late in the season where hopefully you're playing for a Big 12 championship or to get to a Big 12 championship. So maybe your eyes start to wander forward a little bit. And the fact that Baylor, for whatever reason, has gotten you a couple of times that they shouldn't have in the Joey McGuire era.
Yeah.
Whether it's mental or whatever. But you've lost a couple games, at least one game you shouldn't have there to the Bears. So all those reasons piled up, that's why I think that's your biggest trap game of the season. I do think Oregon State is interesting because leaning up against that Houston game makes you nervous. A lot of people have already chalked it up as a win. Me too.
I think Oregon State's going to be a little revived being in the new Pac-12.
I think so.
And having something to actually play for and do that, I think there's going to be a little more excitement around their football program than they've had when they've just been in limbo.
Agreed.
So that's what worries me. But I agree on that Baylor one. It meets the definition of the trap coming between the two games right there. And, at that point, Baylor could be hey, we got to get one more win to get bowl eligible or Aranda's, whatever. Yep. So there could be a lot on the line for them.
You're not wrong. Yeah.
Not as far as Big 12 championships, but a lot of other stuff.
The Cincinnati one, I think that would be my answer because of the games that surround it. If it hadn't been for just what's happened this offseason. Now, if I would call that more of a trap game, maybe not a trap game, but more of a nervous game if Brendan Sorsby was playing in it. Like, I think you would get – I think the venom is coming from one side at this point. I think Cincinnati's kind of in the spot where it's just like, we can't really say anything. We're kind of – now, if Brendan Sorsby would have been playing, they would have had the extra motivation to
right.
Be angry. But I think because the two games that are around it, Arizona State and Arizona at home, are both huge games and tough games. So I think it could be a trap game because I do think Cincinnati is inferior. But I think Texas Tech is going to be highly motivated to just put it on the Bearcats there in your first ever trip to Nippert Stadium. So will be interesting. I think all three are solid answers. They in this article, they went with some interesting ones. Arizona State against Hawaii, they've got as their trap game, which is on October 10th. I had forgotten Arizona State plays a mid-year game against Hawaii, and Hawaii went 9-4 last year, so it is losable for them. Houston's they have as Oklahoma State at home on October 17th. Okay. They play at Utah the next week. So maybe that's why that one's slotted there. Kansas State they have at Colorado. I'm not sure Colorado's not a trap-ish game for Texas Tech. I don't think you're going to lose there, but anytime you get a team that is highly ranked and you go into what can be a raucous environment, and I think Colorado can be that under Dion, especially if it's a night game, it gets dangerous. So,
well, and without looking at it, breaking it down, it seems like anytime we play on natural grass, we struggle. And that goes way back to spike dikes and all that, but it's been a struggle, and we have not performed well in Colorado.
I'm hoping that's gone with the Leach days, the Colorado stuff.
Yeah.
I've told the story before, but why not? I had one of my concussions in my sophomore year in high school. Got undercut at basketball practice and chin to floor.
Practice?
Yes, practice. And I had it in my head that it was one teammate that was trying to take my spot, but apparently it wasn't. But I don't remember anything. This was I had basically 30-second amnesia. Every 30 seconds, this thing's resetting.
Wow. So
one thing that my parents tell me I did, I used to keep a pocket schedule, and I'd write down the scores each game. I was kind of old-fashioned back in high school. Would write down the scores. One thing I did, in the middle of the night, as I'm in the hospital, I'd get it out, be like, "We lost to Colorado?" I did that. They said I did that several times that night. Funny. How did we lose to Colorado? This would have been 2006, or 7. Yeah, 6, I think.
Was that the 30-6 game?
That's exactly the game.
Okay.
That was the one. It's the bottom line on 100.7 The Score.
Bringing you the truth, or something like the truth. This is the Bottom Line Podcast from 100.7 The Score.
Happy Tuesday, everyone. It's the Bottom Line. Another half hour left with you on 100.7 The Score and the 100.7 The Score app. He's Trent. I'm Chois. Lucas across the way. Trent, we get to tell you you're wrong, possibly.
All right. Now, I'm not a Dallas Cowboys fan, but tell me I'm wrong that the Cowboys will not. I believe they're going to play in the NFC Championship game, and Dak Prescott is going to be one of the top MVP candidates this year.
How much vacationing have you been doing this summer? Has any of that been in Colorado? I'm just wondering. You're saying the Cowboys will play in an NFC Championship game. Trent, this hasn't happened in over 30 years.
I know. I mean, Dak's bringing the shirt.
Oh, my goodness. This might be the easiest tell you I'm wrong that I've ever done. You're wrong. I am a negative Cowboys fan. I'm a very positive person. It seems like all my negative energy just channels towards the Cowboys. Feels that way. I will eat my shirt if... No, I won't actually do that. This would be gross. I'd be floored if the Cowboys are playing in the NFC Championship game this year. There's been plenty of years where I think they've had the talent to and have not. They lose out early or sputter to the finish. This year, I think they've got a better team than last year, but I still don't think that they are going to be sniffing the NFC Championship game.
Defense isn't good enough.
I think it's going to be better.
I
think it's going to be better. I just don't think it's going to be good enough. Yeah. So I think you're wrong. Lucas.
All right, Lucas, tell us.
I'm not a Cowboys fan. I am a Dak Prescott fan. But I think you've got two teams out of the NFC North and two teams out of the NFC West. Bears, possibly the Packers, and then you've got the Rams and the 49ers. I think they're just a little further along built, especially the Rams and the 49ers. But if I was to, on July 28th, I would say the Cowboys make it to the divisional, but I don't think they'll be in the NFC Championship game.
I think the Rams are definitely the top over there. But I think the Cowboys, I just think offensively that they've got so many weapons. And I think Dak's got a little bit more mindset about winning as opposed to just Daking.
Someone should have told him that before he got his big contract.
Yeah, and we'll the defense I think is a concern, but I think they're going to be much improved, and I think because the expectations are lower, then they're going to have a lot more freedom.
Maybe so. Maybe so.
It's always more fun when they're relevant.
Sure it is.
Even as a person who doesn't pull for them.
I do think that your Dak part of it is. I do think he will be MVP caliber. He usually has some on and offs throughout his career. I think he will be motivated, and you'll see him in the MVP conversations. But as far as the Cowboys' success, my jaded self has got to see it before I believe it, unfortunately.
Well, guys like you haven't seen much in your lifetime.
I mean, I can remember being at First Baptist Church in the basement in Dumas, Texas, where we watched the last Cowboys Super Bowl win. That's one of my earlier memories in life. I can remember had a watch party down there on the big old projector screen.
Wow.
And that's it. That's the last time that the Cowboys sniffed any sort of true postseason relevance. We've had good teams, but not a lot of success.
So it's time for a pop quiz.
Uh-oh. Pop quiz time.
Pop quiz.
This is actually from Lucas. It's not from me. So are we tag teaming this?
Yes.
Okay.
You guys can definitely do that.
I have no idea what this is about.
Yeah.
This is from Matchup Tracker on X.
Okay.
There are 6 stadiums that host a college football team and an NFL team.
Ooh. Okay.
I'm not asking for a stadium name. I'm asking for the pair. So give me the college and the professional team that share a stadium,
Okay, so
and there's 6.
Okay.
the easy one up front is the one that the Tech played in on January 1st.
Right. The
Miami Dolphins and
Miami.
Hurricanes. Okay, there's one.
That was one. Yes.
Pittsburgh, Pitt, and the Steelers.
Yep. That's another one.
Good. How about Las Vegas? They have UNLV and the Raiders.
Yep.
Oh, I didn't realize UNLV was playing.
I only knew this because we went because when we were there a couple of years ago, there was something UNLV in that stadium. Okay, so we got 3. We got 3.
You got 3.
Yeah.
Does Minnesota play in that? They don't.
No, they built their own.
They've got their own stadium.
Built their own there.
That's right. Trying to go through.
Yeah, all the biggies and
Then no one plays at NRG, right? No one plays at AT&T Stadium.
it's probably going to be smaller schools that are playing in them.
Yeah, that's what. Like most of these. Is there a Carolina one? Man, I'm not good at that. I'm going to go with the crazy one here. We get 3 strikes on this, right? Jacksonville State playing in Jacksonville's.
Strike 1.
No Gamecocks? Okay. I had no idea. That was a guess.
Tulane?
No, they've got their own
They're on their own.
their own stadium. This is kind of tough.
Yeah, it is.
Give us no. Normally we have a lifeline and phone a friend, but our lifelines
You
over
guys
there,
are working
and
together,
We're
so
tag
that's
teaming
lifeline.
this.
We're tagging it. So
I'm trying to go through all these. No one plays at SoFi, right? The Los Angeles Stadium,
no,
right?
because it's Coliseum and Rose Bowl.
Yeah. So let's see, we already got Vegas, Seattle. They have their own.
There's one you guys should know.
Okay.
There's one that's difficult, and then there's a caveat. This school is playing in their first ever season on campus, but in previous seasons they've shared a stadium with an NFL team.
Okay, so one we should know, one's difficult. Man, what is the one?
And then in
we
the
should
fall
know?
of 27, this school will play in a new on-campus stadium.
We're not counting Kansas when they played at Arrowhead, right?
No.
Okay, that just making sure because they did spend some time there recently. Oh, no, I don't know. Man, this is this is kind of tough. I'm trying to go through. Is there any schools in Washington that play where the Redskins do?
South Florida, Tampa.
That's it. That
South
for
Florida,
sure.
Tampa?
That for sure is
South Florida and the
Yep,
Bucks,
'cause
but
they-
this is the first season that
Because
South Florida
got
has
their
their
own-
Playing their own one there.
own on-campus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
so
so
there's
there's 4.
You got
I've got to guess at one. But I have no idea on it. Does Temple play where the Eagles play?
yes.
Temple.
Oh,
Okay.
Yep. Temple.
I think I
Owls.
remember that because I remember when Matt Rule was there.
Yep. Lincoln Financial. And then the last one's difficult.
Small school
Man,
Yeah.
playing.
Georgia, no. I'm trying to go through all the NFL teams. That's the thing. There's 32 NFL teams. I should be able to wipe through a lot of those. Give us the conference.
It's small school though.
It's an AFC team.
Oh, that's an AFC team.
Oh, okay.
Man. All right. Who was it?
Tennessee State and the Tennessee Titans.
Yep.
Yeah.
You're going to give me a lot of guesses.
Yeah, I wouldn't get
Yeah,
that.
that was the only one that
Tennessee State
They play
plays.
where the Tennessee Titans.
Is that the new stadium for the Titans this year, or is it still in the old one?
It's still the old one, the Nissan.
The new one doesn't come around for for a couple years?
Yeah.
Huh.
Okay.
So there's your 6.
There you go. There's a good little pop quiz.
That is good. Good.
Coming up next, most interesting facts of the day on 100.7 Score.
Getting to the point, but taking the scenic route to get there. This is the Bottom Line Podcast from 100.7 The Score.
It is time for the most interesting fact of the day, brought to you by Dos Equis and the most interesting man in the world. Alongside Trent Hilliard, I'm Chois Woodman. We got a handful of facts for you today. I told this one on Tech Talk yesterday, but good enough to tell. Trent, did you know there are at least 18 players in college basketball that will make more than LeBron James next year?
Oh, wow.
LeBron is taking a $3.8 million deal, pretty big haircut, to go play for the 76ers next year. There are at least 18 players projected to out-earn LeBron, according to The Athletic. Several that you'd know the name of, including Milan Momcilovic.
He's number 1, right?
At Kentucky.
I
don't think so. I think Thomas Howell at Florida is supposed to make about $10 million.
Oh, my goodness. Okay.
There is J.T. Toppin is on the list. I think he's right at 4. So J.T. Toppin will make more money than LeBron James next year. Crazy. Crazy stuff. But good for these guys. Hopefully they use it wisely.
Yep.
Trent, did you happen to know that Pablo Picasso was briefly suspected of being involved in the 1911 theft of the Mona Lisa? But he was soon released due to lack of evidence, despite possessing statues previously stolen from the Louvre in 1907. So maybe he did do it.
Oh, wow.
Trent, did you know blue whale calves can gain 200 pounds a day, every day, for most of the first year of their lives? That's while they're nursing, roughly their first 8 months. They gain 200 pounds a day, every day, for a year.
That's why I don't like the ocean.
Those are big animals.
There's a lot of things that you can't see.
Just like to look at the ocean, right?
Yep. Admire it from the beach. I don't want to look at it from a boat. I have done parasailing in Destin.
Really?
That was a little nerve-wracking.
Did you enjoy it?
It was fun.
Oh, man, I want to do that.
It wasn't as exhilarating as I thought it would be. Probably because I was all nervous, because when you come down land, you're basically in the water, and your feet are there, and you just know a shark's going to come grab it. So,
oh, they only go for the scared people, right?
Well, they're getting me. They're getting me. Then they can sense it.
Man, have you seen how many shark attacks there have been lately? Apparently, as hot as it's been, the El Nino is causing the waters to be warmer, and there are a lot more
sharks have gotten a lot closer to the beach,
and they're getting they're right up next to people. I saw a drone video of 2 kids swimming around, and there's a 10-foot great white right there, and they have no idea. But it didn't eat them, so we're good.
Because they weren't scared. They didn't have any idea.
That's exactly right. See?
As soon as you know.
Trent, did you know it was Nicolas Cage who first advised Johnny Depp to pursue a career in acting in the mid-1980s?
There we go.
Good decision. He's a weirdo, though.
He plays those roles great, though.
Yes, he does.
He's going to be in the new Ebenezer.
Yeah, I saw that trailer.
Yeah.
Fits him.
It looks good.
Trent, did you know only one satellite has ever been destroyed by a meteor? It was the European Space Agency's Olympus, and it happened back in 1993. It's the only one.
Leave it to the Europeans.
Trent, did you know catnip is more effective at repelling mosquitoes than DEET, the main substance used in insect repellents? So I don't know if that's saying rub catnip on your body or eat the catnip.
Or plant it. have it outside?
Maybe so.
In your gardens, is that going to deter
Choice,
the
why don't
mosquitoes?
you try that out and you let us know?
Okay. Isn't catnip make them high? Isn't that what it does? Or it's like speed or something?
I think it
Causes
has
them
that effect on them. Yep.
Trent, did you know in 2013 scientists in China were able to grow a human tooth from scratch using stem cells taken from human urine? I've said it before. We are getting Jurassic Park in real life. They can grow things in labs too easily. We are going to have a Jurassic Park. It might be my children's children, but someone's going to get to experience a Jurassic Park.
So how would you feel if you had a tooth replacement knowing that it came from human urine?
I just don't want to know, to be honest. I don't care, honestly. As long as I don't know, it's fine. It's fine. Are you going to this Jurassic Park when it opens? Would you go? Knowing the movie and everything?
No.
I'm absolutely going.
No.
We don't learn, so
No,
why
I
not?
wouldn't.
Trent, did you know the eye of an ostrich is bigger than its brain? Ostrich eyes are about 2 inches in diameter, which is almost the size of a billiard ball.
Okay.
Thing is huge.
And a small brain.
Can you imagine seeing an ostrich eye?
Does the size of a brain actually matter for the intelligence of?
I think they do have a correlation there. Mm-hmm. I think so. Because I think
It's a stupid flightless bird.
T-Rexes are supposed to be stupid, I guess, and they had a small brain.
How do we know?
Who knows?
I see.
Do we know they had a small? I guess the cavity in the skull is why they think they had a small brain, but I don't know. Fair question. Trent, did you know if pigs could fly, they would have trouble believing it? How do we know? It's physically impossible for pigs to look straight up to the sky above them. The anatomy of their neck muscles and their spines limit the movement of their heads. So I guess that means they couldn't see each other. I could see down, though.
No, yeah.
Let's see. Mr. B was trying to give some help. I didn't open the chat line during Georgia Tech. He said Georgia Tech Falcons. And then he said I was way off. Someone else helps me out. Jacksonville State's in Alabama. The more you know. Most interesting fact of the day. Thomas did say Temple, Philly. So there you go. Cameron, back to Will Hammond. He says he needs snaps with pressure coming from the guys that want to hurt him, not from teammates. Which, again, you can't simulate that.
No.
You can't. There's nothing that can be done to help with lack of inexperience on a team except hitting a transfer portal. And unless you just want to always be a transfer portal team or organization program, then you have to bridge that gap at times.
Mm-hmm.
You have to. I think Tech, in my opinion, is doing a really good job of trying to find that balance. It started out, hey, let's go hit the portal hard. But this past year, you've lessened in the portal and loaded up in your high school class, getting really high-quality high school guys. Now, to continue that, you're going to have to keep them here. And a lot of these high-end high school guys are going to have to at least play some early.
Right.
To keep everybody happy.
Right,
So you've got to find that balance. You're not going to hit 100% in the portal. You're not going to hit 100% on these high school classes. But you got to find that balance because right now you've got a defense, again, loaded with experience except for one spot. One of your safety spots will be guys that are less experienced, whether it's Peyton Morgan or Malik Esquera. So Hampton, so you're going to have a sophomore out there most likely. So that's the hard thing.
One of the good things that Joey and the staff have done is retain the players, whether that's because we continue to pay them or whatever it is, but even our transfers. And then you don't hear very few, or anybody really being disgruntled with the program.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's the culture part that people underestimate is that we get people come in and they love it. And we've always said that about Lubbock and Tech. If you get here,
Get 'em here,
experience it, you're going to love it. And I think that's what we're seeing.
Trent, have a great rest of your Tuesday.
Sure will. Appreciate it. You too.
We'll be back same time, same place tomorrow afternoon. For Trent Hilliard, Lucas White, Evelina, I'm Chois Woodman. It's been The Bottom Line on 100.7 The Score.
This has been the Bottom Line Podcast from 100.7 The Score. Go to 100-7thescore.com for more from the Double T Sports Network.